Hi, good morning. Welcome to Kotoy's channel. So this morning we're going to be teaching you how to make this corset, this bustier corset. I hope you love it. It fits so perfectly. So join me in class as we go through the whole cutting and joining process. Okay. We're going to start by taking our measurements. So we start. This is my shoulder. So my shoulder line. Okay, this is my shoulder line. Then after the shoulder is to look for my bust point, which is 11.5. Okay, then my under bust 14.5. All right, then the waistline has a 17.5. But I'm going to be coming up by 1 inch. Okay, if it's a blouse, I'm going to come up by 1 inch. If it's not a blouse, I'm going to leave it at that 17.5. But because it's a blouse, I'm going to come up by 1 inch. So and then this will now be my hip line. Okay, so the next thing to do is to extend this line out. We are going to find out is the nipple to nipple measurement, which is 8 divided by 2, 4. So we're going to mark 4 here. Okay, the 4. So all you need to do now is to draw the line out. Radius of the bust. To get the radius of the bust, you're going to measure from your bust point to your under bust. Whatever you get will be the circumference of the bust, will be the radius of the bust. So here, this one is 3 inches, as you can see. So you're going to take 3 inches round. Okay, so now we've gotten the radius of the bust. Normally we have two type of breast cup. We have the round cup and then we have this other cup. As you can see, that is other cup. So if you want a round breast cup, you can leave yours like this, but I don't want this type. I want to make this type of breast cup. So let's go. So the next thing we are going to do now is to take our dart. You take 1 inch dart here and then 1 inch here. Okay, do the same thing here. 1 inch dart here, 1 inch dart here. I'm going to connect this dart to this point. If it's you have your normal blouse length, you're supposed to go up by 2 inch. Okay, you go up by 2 inch, but because we don't have the normal blouse length now, I'm going to leave. But don't forget, go up by 2 inch here. Okay, so I'm going to assume that this is my going up by 2 inch. You can see. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is on this bust point line, we're going to go up by 1/2 inch. Okay, 1/2 inch, and then go in by 1/2 inch, just like this. Go in by 1/2 inch. Okay, so I want you to see it clearly. Okay, So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to be doing is to, depending on the bust of the person, the bust is really big, you come up by half an inch. If not, you just come up by 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to be coming up by half an inch. All right, half an inch. So the next thing you do is connect this line to this line. Do now is to come out from here with 3/4 of an inch if the breast is big, but if the breast is small, you come out by half an inch because our bust is wider on the armpit side. So I'm going to be coming out by 3/4 of an inch. Don't forget this side we came out by half of an inch here. Okay, we went in by half of an inch. So we connect these two lines together again. So the next thing we are going to do now is to take this, connect this one to this part. So what I did here is, because I don't want my boobs to be exposed, I'm going to go up by half an inch. Okay, but if you want it to remain like this, you can still leave it like that. So you're going to connect it together. Can you see? It's coming out looking beautiful. So the next thing we're going to do is to connect this one, join this one. So for us to get this one now, we need to look for the armhole of this person, and the armhole is 16. So the half of the armhole is 8. That's 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I'm going to be taking my 8. This is my 8. So then I'll come down by half an inch. Okay, half an inch, and I'll connect this to this. You see it? Join this to this. What I'm going to do now is to look for the darts, just the way we do it here. So what we are going to do to take our darts, you can see I'm on this horizontal line, 1 inch here. Take the 1 inch here. Can you see it? So I'm going to connect it to the bust point. Okay. Can you see it? So the next thing now is to extend our bodies. I'm going to extend this breast cup. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to extend this place. So obviously we don't need all this part anymore. So the next thing we're going to do is to take your body's measurement. So what we're going to do is the bust divided by 4. This is going to give me 9.75. So I'm going to mark it here. I'm going to add my dart allowance. Okay, 2 inch. Then my under bust is 32. Dart allowance 2 inch plus 1 inch for joining. Okay, then your sewing in allowance, don't forget. I didn't add it, so you have to add it in your fabric. Okay, adding it here now. So the waistline, showing that allowance, 1 inch for joining the darts, and then 1.5 inch for my sewing and my hip circumference, 42, 1 inch for joining the darts, and then 1.5 inch Okay, so the next thing to do is to get the back panel of this. So the next thing you're going to just have to stick your bust circumference here. So that is 9. Okay, then the waistline under bust, I have 32. Take note I'm not putting allowance on because I don't have enough material to do that. Then the waist, okay, this is the bust line, the under bust, so this is the waistline. Okay, and the hip line. Next is to join them together like this. Take our half of our nipple to nipple, 4 inch. So you mark it here. You mark it. Okay. And just roll it down. Okay. Take your, this time I'm going to be taking just 1 inch, as half inch here, half inch here, half an inch that here, half an inch that here. I connected it up and down. Okay, so now as you can see, I've cleaned my radius already to have my top I wanted. I have it left there. So the next thing I'm going to be labeling like this. Now for you not to mix them up. Cup 1, cup 2. Okay? Cup 1 and cup 2. So the next is to do now is to trim out what we have here. Okay? So as you can see now, we are done. So we are going to place on our fabric and cut. Remember, we have not put the sewing allowance, so when you're cutting this one, make sure you add sewing allowance so the bust does not shrink at the end of the day. So let's get to it. As you can see, I've used my pattern to cut the fabric itself. You can see there are enough allowance for it. Here now I added 1 inch allowance while I was cutting on my fabric. Here I added 1 3/4 inch allowance here. Okay, so you can see there's no allowance on this curve part. Do you understand? And I made it longer because I told you it was going to be a blouse, not a crop top or half cut. So that's it. So let's join. You can see we have joined our cup. Okay, joined it. So the next thing is to attach it to this place. Make sure your hair is touching here. Okay, so you sew it round. All right, so let's get to it. Now we have fixed the cup to the fabric. Okay, you can see it's neatly done. So the next thing we want to do, we want to put our boning. Okay, so I've cut my cutting bias in bits. So I'm just going to put my boning into the cutting bias like this. Okay, then I'll sew it. All right. You see it? That's the inside. So this is it. This is what we have right here.